Hi everybody. In this video I want to talk to you about floating artifacts in the 3D scan data. There are many reasons to see such floating artifacts on the scans. For example, when we are scanning, a part of rotary table or part holder is scanned too. Or if the object is so glossy, the light reflection can cause some floating artifacts. So, let's see how we can remove floating artifacts easily from scan data. First solution is to remove any unnecessary meshes manually in FS software. Just make sure the mesh is loaded and unlocked, then press and hold the control button on the keyboard and right button of the mouse, and select any portion of the mesh. Then click on the delete button on the keyboard. But sometimes the shape of the object is so complicated, and the artifacts are distributed between the object elements. So we can use a mesh editor software to remove any floating artifacts from the scan data. Now, as the second solution, I try the Geomagic software. First I import the mesh to the Geomagic. And I select the millimeter as the default unit for my model. The Geomagic software provides several selection methods to select a portion of the mesh by different methods. Our strategy to clean the floating artifacts is to select the base model by the continuous method, then inverse the selection to select any isolated meshes, and then delete them by a simple click. For this purpose, first we need to adjust some settings in the software. From Software Options, and Display and Selection tab, change the Crease Angle parameter to 180. The crease angle is a mode of selection in which a selection is expanded to include all contiguous polygons that meet at a specified angle, starting from a single polygon. In the software main window, from the right toolbar, make sure that the Select Through and the Select by Angle mode are enabled. Then, it is enough to select any small portion of the main object, so the selection will be expanded to all contiguous meshes automatically. In the next step, we inverse the selection to select all isolated polygons. Then by pressing Delete button on the keyboard, all isolated polygons are removed and only the main object remains. We can follow the same strategy in the CATIA software too. I import the mesh to the CATIA software from the Digitized Shape Editor module. Then from Cloud Edition toolbar and Activate command, I chose the flood method for selection. Then right-click on the mesh and deactivate the With Angle option. Now it is enough to select any small portion of the main object, and the software automatically expands the selection to all contiguous polygons. We can use the Swap button to inverse the selection and see which meshes are removed. Finally, by clicking on the OK button, only the main object remains on the scene and all isolated polygons are gone. You can use many other mesh editor software and follow this strategy to remove any isolated meshes from the main model. Always remember that by using the right hardware and equipment and setting the software parameters correctly, you can get decent scans that don't need post-processing and editing. Thank you for watching.